Oh, Super Mario Party. You couldn't have just been an easy game to review. You couldn't have just been an easy game to review, saying, hey, it's good, everything's fine, a few little complaints, but it's fine. No, you gotta be more complicated than that. Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. This was going to be a Zach review style video where it's just gameplay and me talking over it for between 5 to 10 minutes, but of course this game is not that simple. I'm just gonna start right off the bat, and I'm gonna say, I like this game. I don't love it, I don't hate it, I like it. But there definitely needs to be more improvements to this game in the future. And by in the future, I mean updates. Nintendo needs to update this game. If they don't update this game, then I'm actually going to say I am disappointed. I kind of expect them to update it because of the lack of content. What's funny about this game, actually, is that there's a lot of content, but there's not a lot of content at the same time. Like, yes, there's like 8 different modes, but every single mode is so minimal to where each mode feels empty when you play it. Actually, a mode that I really liked was the soundstage mode. It was the rhythm-based minigame mode. And honestly, it took me like 10-15 minutes to complete that, and that was it. Which kind of sucked. I played all the minigames, and that was it. I played all that there was to do in soundstage, and I actually liked it. The only minigame there that I didn't like was the baton one, like the marching band one, but all the other ones were great. But, yeah, that was it for Soundstage. So that's that. Soundstage is now out of the way. I like the mode, but there's too little content. Now, I will say that there are some modes that I haven't played yet. I haven't played the single-player mode because it's locked from the start. I haven't played Toad's Rec Room because, personally, I have no interest in it. And I haven't played River Survival because I'm waiting until I have more friends to play it with. So Mario Party, the actual Mario Party board game mode. What do I think of it? I like the fact that they returned to the original Mario Party format. But there's so much that can be improved. So there's a whole list of problems that kind of connects to each other to make one big problem. So it's a bunch of little problems that make a big problem. Now, I'm going to say first off, the stars are only 10 coins. Now you could be like, why is that really an issue? Well, it wouldn't be an issue if coins were harder to get in this game. But coins are easier to get in this game than they ever were before. So, stars just kind of go and come around, as quickly as possible. But you could say that's not a problem if it takes you a while to get to the stars. Well, there's where another little problem comes in. The boards are so small that you can hit a star. I hit the star multiple times on the last turn. I think I was already ahead. I think I was at 2 stars, and then it was the last turn, and I got 2 more stars on my last turn because I had 3 allies, which I'll mention in a little bit, and those 3 allies helped me get 2 stars in one go. And here's where another problem lies. The allies. The thing with the allies is, right, yes, they are cool. When this game got announced, I didn't really have a problem with them. But now that they are in play, I can see a problem with them. And it's not the fact that there are allies in the first place. It's how much of an advantage you can have with allies. So I played a game, I was Hammer Bro, and there was Luigi, Boo, and Rosalina. On the last turn, had 3 allies. I think it was Mario, Koopa Troopa, and Bowser Jr. I think those were my allies. And Luigi only had 1 ally. He had Bowser. So, if Luigi rolled the dice, right? Let's say he rolled the dice and got a 2. And then Bowser, his ally, can roll the dice, and he can only roll a 1 or a 2. So he can get a maximum of 4. Or at least, I think Bowser's had 10, so he can still get a maximum of 12. Koopa Troopa's dice has 10 as a maximum. So I could get a maximum of 10 from Koopa Troopa's. Then I can get 2 from Mario's, 2 from Bowser Jr.'s, and 2 from Koopa Troopa. So I can get a total of 16. And that could be included with items, because items are used to boost your dice rolls mostly. So you can go really, really far. And you could say, Zach, 16 isn't much when you compare them to the past Mario parties. Well, here's where the other problems come in. Keep in mind that the boards in Mario parties, let's say 6 for instance, where you can get a roll of 30, the boards were way bigger. And, you know, like, again, that wouldn't be a problem, the size of the board, if the stars weren't so cheap, right? So, each star is 10 coins, right? So, if you hit the star twice in one turn, it's only 20 coins, which is the price for one star in Mario Party 6, let's say. So, I think it would be more even if you hit the star twice. That means, if it was 20 coins, that means you'd have to spend 40 coins altogether, which is a decent chunk of change. 40 coins, isn't a little bit. So, I think that this game has a lot of balancing issues that revolve around the very small boards, the amount of coins that you get in the mini games, because even if you lose the mini games, you get coins, which I don't have a problem with that. But once you, win, and there's actually a coin mini game where I won 25 coins. It was just a regular coin mini game. Like one of the mini games where, everyone wins, everyone gets coins. I got 25 coins in a mini game. And that's holy crap. You can get a lot of coins. And even, on the actual board game, right? Once, the final 3 turns are up, you only have, you can get 6 coins on a blue space. That means you get, over half of what you need for a star in one turn. And that's before the mini game. So if you get, I think it'll be, second place in a mini game, then you'll be able to afford a star in one turn. So that's absolutely crazy. Other than that, honestly, there's so many balancing issues and all that stuff. But other than that, I do think that this game does have a pretty okay party mode. Yes, the boards are small. Yes, the boards are bland. But it's Mario Party. You go from space to space, collecting coins, get the star, and honestly, it's so much better than Mario Parties 9 and 10, and way better than any of the 3DS ones. So, if I were to compare this to any of the Mario Party games, I would have you look more towards the first 3. Because this really brings it back to basics. Which is for the good, and it's for the bad. It really strips the game down to what it was before. And I think if they do a Super Mario Party 2, I think they could really, go forward with this concept and make the game so much better. And here's another thing, right? Here's where this game could have been so much better. It really could. I like this game. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I don't really have local friends. So the fact that the online multiplayer, you only get to play 10 select mini-games. You can't even choose them. It's already pre-chosen what those mini-games are. It's quite depressing. That is quite depressing, to say the least. You can't play the game board mode online. You can't do it. You can't play River Survival mode online. You can't do it. You can only play 10 select mini-games in kind of a tournament mode. Come on, Nintendo. We are paying now for your... I'm not paying. I have not bought the Nintendo Online because I have no reason to buy it. And with this game, I still have no reason to buy it. I'm going to wait until Retro Game Con to play with Rebel Gaming Club, because I will have a Zak Plays Out of this game, most likely, where I play with Rebel Gaming Club. So, if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe and all this stuff. I'm nearing towards 1,000 subscribers, which I have a special video planned for you guys, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But no, back on track, with the online, they could have done so much more with this game. They could have had Mario Party mode online. They could have had the, what's it called? The co-op party, or the grid game. They could have had that online. I also haven't played that mode, simply because I don't want to play that mode. It's not Mario Party to me. Maybe it's a cool mode if you want to do team stuff, but I don't. I like the individual blue spaces, red spaces Mario Party. All I'll say with that mode is, I'm guessing if you like Mario Party Star Rush for the 3DS, then you'll like that mode. That mode is for you. But here's a complaint I have about that mode. Even though I haven't played it, I could still make this complaint. Those boards for the co-op mode are the same ones as the party mode without the spaces. Now you could be saying, Zach, what does that have to do with anything? That means that basically all they did is copied and pasted it, but removed the spaces. That's all they did. Those Mario Party boards are limited in size because of the fact that there was that second co-op mode. Why did they do that? I have no clue why they didn't just make custom boards for the Mario Party mode that were bigger and better looking than the ones we got. And not to mention, there's only 4. There's only 4 boards. And quality-wise, they're not great. They're not horrible. They're in the middle, kind of. I'd say towards the lower half. My favorite board that I've played is the Bomb board, because I think there's the most unique gimmicks in that one. But the board faces the dilemma of it being so small. I mean, all the boards face that, but I mean, really, the golden board faces that more than anything else. The dilemma of being small, but every single board faces that problem of the board being small, which is unfortunate. I wish the boards were bigger. But, like I said, I do like this game. I'm not going to say I hate this game, because I don't want to get the hate for it, but also I don't hate this game. This game has a lot of good qualities. I'll talk about the good qualities. I've talked very negative. Let me talk about the good qualities. The mini-games are fun. So far, I haven't really played any sour mini-games. I haven't played them all yet. The only ones that I don't really like, as I mentioned earlier, that baton one with the rhythm games, I didn't like that one that much. That one was confusing to me. It didn't explain really when to go up, so I was kind of confused, and that actually made me lose that first set at first. You know, because like, they have multiple sets or rounds of the rhythm games, so I lost that set because of it. But all the other games I played were okay. Were pretty good, actually, I mean. The only ones I've seen that I didn't really like were the popcorn one, where you're just running around collecting popcorn. That one looked kind of bland, kind of boring. I'm trying to think of any other ones that I didn't really care for. Yeah, you know, that was... But the minigames are fine. The minigames are fine. One thing that this game does that bothers me, and you can change it, but I hate that it pre-selects the computer players for you. I'm the only person that's complained about this, so maybe I'm the only one here. But once you pick your character, you pick your character before everything else. You load up the game, you hit the L and R buttons, and then you pick your character. And then you pick, like, the 3 computer characters are all put into groups, and they're sorted by difficulty level. And yes, you can pick it and then change it, but I don't get why you can't just pick your computer players and your difficulty, like, right off the bat. I don't understand why they do that, but that's beyond me. Okay, hold on. Let me bring a pet peeve into this. I know I was saying I was going to talk about the good, but I was mad that they removed Birdo from this game, right? Birdo's in this game as a character you can talk to, and she even mentioned being playable before, and how she reminisces on the old days of being playable. Come on! That's the biggest fucking tease I've ever seen, ever. Why is Birdo not playable? That is ridiculous. That is inexcusable. Birdo should be playable. If you're going to have Birdo in there saying, oh, I miss the days of me being playable, and you're not going to make Birdo playable, come on, Nintendo. That is bullshittery at its finest. Okay, I promise, we're gonna get to the good. We're gonna get to the good of this game. Like I said, the minigames, pretty good. A couple stinkers in the bunch, but most of them, from what I've played, pretty good. The character selection is very impressive. I would have replaced Pom Pom with Birdo, but nevertheless, very impressive character roster. I like it. What else is good? Like I said, the return to original Mario Party format. The fact that it feels like the N64 versions. I would have rather it felt more like the GameCube versions, but the N64 versions, you know, it's good. I like the fact that they returned items to this game. I wish the items had a little more diversity to them, like the GameCube version. The GameCube versions of Mario Party had more options with the items. You could throw them on spaces. You could do so much with the items. And here, it's for the most part, it depends on your dice. It all, like, affects your dice roll. Like, it'll add 3, it'll add 5, it'll subtract 2 from the opponent's dice roll. You know, it's mostly items like that, so I wish it had a little more creativity with the items, but I'm just happy items are back at all. I like the individual character dice blocks. That's something I can really compliment. I really like that. So yeah, overall, Super Mario Party is not a bad game. I've heard so many mixed reviews. So many people are saying it's pretty good for a Mario Party game, and then so many people are like, it's kind of a disappointment. I kind of fall flat in the middle with that. I think there are so many disappointing factors about it But I think that the game itself isn't a disappointment. Like, this game really could have benefited from online, and it really could have benefited from better boards. But on the whole, I think that the game is pretty good. If I was to give it a rating, I think I would give it a 6 to a 7. Definitely better than any of the past Mario Party games that we've seen in the past, 6, 7, maybe 8 years. But definitely not as good as they once were. As the first 8, I'll say. It's definitely not as good as the first 8 games. But if they do elaborate, or maybe not elaborate, but expand on what this game is, then Mario Party definitely has a chance to returning to its former glory. It's just that NDQ, we have to rely on expanding on what this game is. And this game is great, in the fact that it is a return to Mario Party. But there is a lot more that they can do. And a lot of it has to do with content. And the other stuff has to do with making sure, evening out the playing field when it comes to party mode. Alright guys, so that is my review of Super Mario Party. Let me know what you guys think of Super Mario Party in the comments down below. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. So until next time guys, I'll see you in the next video.